Okay, here are your key points for Chapter 3 on consumerism and consumer rights and being an effective consumer. First thing you need to be aware of is on page 66, the difference between disposable income and discretionary income. Disposable is your take-home pay after you pay taxes. Discretionary is what you have left after you pay for all your necessities. Also, make sure you understand why discretionary income is a key element in our economy. That is because all of the advertising and all of the competition that you see are people competing for your businesses, competing for your discretionary income. The next thing that you need to be aware of is on page 69, and that is rational choice. What is a rational choice? That is an economic decision that you make without any emotion. You make it based on facts. You don't look for the best looking or something like that. You look for something that is factually proven to be a good product. Next on our list, page 71, gathering information as a consumer. You need to be aware of some of the best places for you to gather information. You should look for example, things like websites that are .org or .gov. You should look for consumer product rating services like Consumer Reports, Car and Driver, that type of thing. You should be careful about using the websites of businesses. They can give you good information, but they are also trying to get you to buy something at all times. And keep that in mind as you gather information. And you have to develop a consumer knowledge base using this information you gather, testimonials from people you know, things like that. Our next thing that you need to be aware of, page 72, the difference between competitive advertising and informative advertising. You should also know what bait and switch is. That is where a business uses an ad to attract customers with a low price product, and then when they get them in the store, try to sell them something at a higher price and a higher profit level for them. Next thing is on page 77. You should be aware of what consumerism is. Consumerism is designed to educate buyers about their purchases and also to protect consumers by demanding better and safer products. You should also be aware on page 77 of the Consumer Bill of Rights. That was first proposed by President Kennedy back in the early 1960s and then added to later by President Nixon. There are 5 rights there: safety, the right to be informed, the right to choose, the right to be heard, and the right to redress. You have the right to get your problem solved. That's what redress means. You have the right to be heard by businesses when you have a problem. You have the right to expect to be safe when you buy a product. If you do not get any of these rights, then you have opportunities to pursue whatever it takes to make the situation right with that product. Okay, you also have on page 78 a number of responsibilities as a consumer as it relates to safety of products. There's a list of these on the bottom of page 78. Important in this list is to make sure you report a problem immediately so that it can be dealt with. Do not let these problems go because they may be affecting other people as well as yourself. And you also have a responsibility to handle things in a reasonable manner and keep track of what you've done and any actions you've taken that might be relevant to the situation in trying to get your product or your problem corrected or solved. Also in Chapter 3, make sure that you are aware of all the vocabulary.